To open a file, we have to use the built-in Python function open. And the open function takes two arguments. At first argument, it takes the file name with extension, like this. And here we have to specify the full directory path, including the file name and extension. And at the second argument, we have to pass the mode. And there are 4 different modes for opening a file. R for reading, A for append, W for write, and X for create. So, if we want to open the file for reading, then we will pass R at second argument, and then assign in a variable and call the read method and print it. And of course, the file must exist. If it does not exist, then we will get an error. Right now, we don't have the file in our directory, so we will get an error. Let's run the program and get the error. And it's saying no such file or directory, filename.txt. To get rid of this error, first we have to import the OS module. So, import OS. And then using the OS method, we can say if os.path.exist, and here we have to pass the path. For our case, filename.txt. And then inside the if block, we will say open the file, and then we will print the file. And now if we run the program, then we will not get the error. Also, we are not getting the output. The reason is file does not exist in the directory. So let's create the file. After the file is created, let's get the file location, copy path, pass here, and pass here. Well, right now there is nothing inside the file. So let's open the file and write something. Close the file and run the program. And we can see the output. Well, if we want to open the file and add some content in the file, then we have to use A. A stands for append. And then instead of reading, we will say file.write. And inside the write method, we'll pass our value as a string. We can say new content added. After that, we have to close the file and then execute it. Okay, and now we can again say if os.path.exist file path, and inside the if block, let's read the file file equal to open, read it, and then print it. File dot read, and we can see our new content is added in the file. Well, if we want, then we can create a file in the directory. And for that, first of all, we have to check if the file already exists or not. So we can say if os.path.exist, then we will simply read it. Else, we can just create one file. We can just say open, and the file name with the directory we want inside the content directory, and the file name, let's say filename2.txt. Do the same thing here and here. And for creating file, we have to pass x at second argument. After that, if we need, we can write the file. We can say open the file with append mode and then add some content. So what are we doing here? We are saying if filename.txt file exists, then open it and read it. If it does not exist, then create the file and add some content in the file. And then read the file again and print it. So let's execute it. And we're getting an error. It's saying no such file or directory. The reason is there is no directory here named content. So either we can create one directory named content, or we can just get rid of this content directory and execute it. Okay, we are getting another error. The reason is this /. Get rid of this and execute the code again. And we can see the file has been created and the content has been added. To check, simply refresh the directory. Right click and refresh. We can see filename2.txt has been created. And if we click here, then we can see the content inside the file. Now if we want, then we can remove this file using the remove method of os module. So we can say os.remove and the file name. And we have to pass the file name as a string. So we can say filename2.txt and execute it and refresh the directory. Great. Well, we can also remove the directory or folder using the remove directory method. So let's create one directory, new folder. Let's name it new folder. And here let's write os.rmdir. Stands for remove directory. And here let's pass the directory name as a string. We can say new folder and execute it and refresh the directory to check. We can see the directory has been removed. That's all about reading and deleting files for now. See you in next lecture.